Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, to the conquest of the... Oh, no. Let's give it its right name. To the liberation of the East Coast prosperity... No, I'm messing that up. East Coast. East Co prosperity sphere? No, something like that. East Asian prosperity sphere? I don't know. We're liberating it all in the name of the Japanese Empire. Of course, yes. Okay. So let's continue this. Nope. Okay, we've taken out a few of their vessels. We're still fighting our way into Port Sudan. Now, those of you who routinely watch my channel probably know that things have noticed things have shifted a bit. First, it was over just, quite honestly, over the sort of Christmas time period. I sort of got behind on things, and looking at the channel over the year, although I have had, I think, relatively good growth in subscriptions, we are actually down on number of views. YouTube likes viewing minutes. I like views because, to me, viewing minutes is hard to determine because the length of these videos can vary and whatnot, and I'm more interested in audience reach, whether you are skipping through an episode, fully watching every episode, watching the first 5 minutes of an episode and then disappearing. Whatever your habits are, your habits, and it is a concern, but it's over big time periods. It's not really. So they have armor advantage, probably. Somewhere French. Okay, don't know. But, now I knew some would be down because I'm doing Japan and not Germany. I know that. But I've been doing a lot of other videos too. Hearts of Iron 4, various other games, and because right now I'm still very worried about growth of the channel. It is sort of my big concern. So I've sort of backed off now deliberately on the amount of videos I'm putting out per day, per any time. I have known since the beginning of it that I'm cannibalizing my own views, and that you guys can't keep up, at least most people can't keep up with the output because they watch other things on YouTube, and they also play games, and they have jobs, school, whatever it may be. You know, and you all have to go watch the latest PewDiePie videos and whatnot. Yeah, I get all that. And the idea was never in my mind, quite honestly, it was never that at least most of you, at least 80 to 90% of you, weren't going to watch everything I put out. That was never the intention. And quite honestly, it is really never my intention in the fullness of things. It's to some degree the intention of putting out a bunch of stuff and you watch what you want to watch the most. But my intention was, and to a point still is if I'm putting out a Field of Glory 2 video, you know, that's dealing with the ancient world, sort of miniature tabletop type war game stuff set, you know, in the ancient world. A few of you who watch, or some of you who watch Hearts of Iron 3 will also be interested in it, I hope. But I was hoping for bigger than what's definitely happened, that they would bring in their own views, you know, from out, irrespective of what the Hearts of Iron 3 say, a viewing community. Hoped enough of you at least check it out, at least watch it, to give it a certain volume of views to, you know, prime the pump, as it were, but to try to get you know, other things. And I've been talking to a few of my core viewers, and they're suggesting playing some different games and things like that, and I think they have some good ideas. I'm just not sure if it's not just doing more of the same, but with different games. In that, creating something that a good subset of you would like to watch me play, but that they might not be getting their own audience outside of my already core audience. And if I just stick to Hearts of Iron 3, it's just too limiting. So I'm going to continue to do other things. But which sort of means, am I going to be continuing to do as much Hearts of Iron content? And at this moment, the answer is no. Not that I'm quitting. Don't think I'm quitting doing that. That isn't the point. You know, you don't piss off your core audience to try to please a new audience. But am I going to be doing 7 days a week Hearts of Iron 3? Now, maybe, and I'm going to try to keep some of these episodes a bit smaller, so maybe do it 7 days a week, but with smaller episodes. I know a bunch of people want that. I'm just afraid. Well, no, I'm totally know what's going to happen. Not I'm afraid it's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be, well, instead of getting through a series in 6 months, you know, like this Japanese series or something like that, I'll get through it in 2 years. And I don't know that that's good, because in that 2-year time period, you'll move from Black Ice 9.11 to Black Ice 11, and so everybody's going to be playing Black Ice 11, and they're going to be going, because I'm already getting a lot of people, are you going to be doing it Black Ice 10 series, Black Ice 10 series, Black Ice 10 series? Well, am I done with this series now? I got a lot of flack when I was early on going, hey, yeah, if like Germany completely loses the game, or if all my fleets get sunk, thank God they haven't, I'm gonna, end the series. Oh no, you've got to complete it to the end. Okay, yeah, I get you've invested a lot of time in the game, and I really do get that in this watching the series, and you wanna see it out to a completion. You sort of understood why the last German series ended, that we had a basically impassable bug. At least I couldn't figure it out in a timely manner. So, things can happen and the series can be over. No fault of my own. You're not blaming me for that. So, but then, if not many people are watching it, and the numbers are slowly trickling down to fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer, it's killing my channel. So I guess this is going to be a shortish, but another sort of thought. So I was hoping that by putting out Panzer Corps, putting out Order of Battle, NSEG videos, Aggressors Ancient Rome, though Strategic Command is doing great, and I think it's actually bringing its own audience in. I'm actually pretty damn sure it's bringing its own audience in from so that's one series that is actually maybe doing a bit better than, maybe not quite better, but more than holding its own and bringing its own audience in into the channel. Is sort of, that's the one series that seems to be, because I'm tracking a lot of outside views that aren't coming in from regular viewers. So that's doing good channel growth and good viewing numbers. So Strategic Command, World at War series is doing really well. And so, yeah, to a point that's sort of taking over, just partially because of problems with Black Ice, though I think they fixed it now, for Hearts of Iron 4. So, yeah, a series isn't a suicide pact for the channel, and so yeah, I'm going to cut back on doing this, whether it's at some point, if it takes too long to get through a series, I'm going to just have to end the series. And if it because if the world's moving on and I'm stuck playing 2 versions old of Black Ice for a series that's dying. I'm not going to keep it up. Now, what can you do about it? Well, do you have a social media account? I know many of you do. Share something about this video. And even you go, but I've only got 4 friends or subscribers or followers or whatever the, you know, particular social media account happens to be. So, YouTube/Google algorithms notice all that stuff. Things that get shared more on other platforms by viewers get shown to other people just sort of randomly, or well within what it thinks that the demographic is, on YouTube. So share the video. So like the video. So comment on the video. Say hi. That you commenting on videos radically increases what YouTube does with the video. So when I have like my latest latest one of the, well, actually 2 videos ago in this series, because there's one that hasn't been released and I'm making this, gets 1 comment on it by an outside person, and I also reply back, which gets 2 comments, but gets 1 comment on it, and I know that that was also recorded live, and so some of you who would maybe usually be commenting might have recorded live on it. So when it gets 1 comment, okay, well, that, you know, means okay. And the YouTube algorithm looks at as much on the videos, more on watch time than anything else, but comments, likes also it up. So you watch it for 5 minutes and go away. Yeah, we've talked longer than that already, but doesn't help the video. And now if that's all you want to watch of it, great. I'm really happy to have you here. But if you really want to see this series continue, watch, comment, like, share. That really helps. And so that's what I have to look at. And I love the core viewers, and I don't want to piss you guys off. I'm not going to abandon this series at this point. Have no plans of doing it. And I'm definitely not abandoning you as a Hearts of Iron 3 viewer. That's because I'm still very much want to be a Hearts of Iron 4 player. But if you only have time to watch every other day, watch a Hearts of Iron 3 video, and I'm putting them out every day, I'm getting just enough feedback, it seems like, because those are the people who comment on things that I find out about it. They can't keep up, so they lose interest. You know, oh wow, I'm 4 videos behind. Oh well, let me go into something else, because they don't have the time to catch up to the current stuff. So that's sort of in my thinking here, is that, of course, I want your feedback. If you have a different opinion, if you go, hey, no, you keep putting them out, I don't care if I skip a video or 2. I don't know that, because I don't know who watches what videos. I don't quite get that unless you comment on them. And when I get comments of, I see a really high number, and this is basically, I'm sorry, I forget exactly who. I see a really high number in my subscription feed of one of your videos, and I know I'm not, you know, currently watching it, and I can't catch up to it, so I just don't watch. Okay. And that's very valuable information for me. Tell me why you don't watch something is very valuable. I waited way too long in spending the money to upgrade my audio system. But, and do give me feedback on any sort of audio or video quality. If they've gone down in quality because somehow I changed my settings to record something else and I didn't get the settings set back right to go back to the older game or whatever, please let me know of, and I'll correct that or some sort of thing like that. So I'm, you know, want the feedback, and any reason why you don't want to watch something, I want to know. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to change, but I at least want to know that I'm shooting myself in the foot, because maybe you know, there's a reason to shoot myself in the foot with some of you, but so yeah, so just sort of always feedback is good. And so I'm slowing down on this. not quitting. This isn't Gamer getting discouraged and not going to do it. This is Gamer just tweaking what he does based upon various feedback. But I've got to grow the channel, so I've got to do other content too. It's going to stay in the historical realm. A lot of it's going to be World War II. I'm not trying to like go get, quote, sort of PewDiePie or whatever, an army of 9-year-olds that I'm going to try to, go play Minecraft and thinking I'm going to get a whole new audience and forget about the core audience. No, that isn't the case. It's that maybe even with Hearts of Iron, you're being overwhelmed with daily content, and so that you're being overwhelmed with that and you're not even able to keep up with the other stuff, and the other stuff isn't bringing in much of a new audience. So you just need to slow down and then also give you time to watch some of the other content which you might also like and want to watch too, which will grow things. That's sort of what I'm thinking of doing here. Okay, home front focus. Under nation, probably right here, 42. Manpower. We can take the manpower hit, and we like more supplies. We like AA efficiency and repair rate. So we're going to continue. Okay, and what's the other one? Okay, extreme terrain combat. I think that's over here. And yes, we're going to stop that until minimum of 1944. Well, we're out in the desert enough, and I didn't think we were going to be so much, but let's go for desert warfare equipment. That looks like providential. Those we should have been doing it a while before. Let's improve our medium armor designs. We got 1 or 2 units of that. Okay. We give them money for metal, accept. Okay. We've won again here. Now I'm moving the Taiho group and the Yamato group, at least first destination is here, into, and then forward on. Okay, okay, they got the 2 pocket battleships and that. So, I think we'll leave the Thai Royal Navy there. Come up here, rebase to there. And I'm shifting forces here. We're coming in for the invasion. That's going to be the headline for this thing. This episode is the invasion of Australia. And so I'm organizing that up. I've flown in aircraft in here. Can I get both of these or these guys? Nope, not both. Okay. That's the heavier one. So, where do we want to do a parachute landing? We also flew into here. Can they get on board? No. Wonder if we came down to here, because that unit may be well, come down there. Maybe we'll need to combine all into one. Don't know where I should do my parachute landing. I was at first thinking about Australia, trying to open up another front down here, but I decided against that. I don't know that just simply moving forces to, or more forces to India would be overly helpful. Not that it wouldn't be any help, it would be help. But I'm wondering about, when are we going to get our level 1 airbase there? Production. Okay, Socotra, June 24, June 6, so that's a little ways away. Well, we could come after here. No. We could Well, we could come up to here. That might be interesting. Land there. That could be very interesting in Bandar Abbas. They don't have much defenses there. That could be... Okay, we need to bring in some... these guys. I'm going to use them as reconnaissance aircraft. Instead of jumping blind, let's fly them up to there. We are bringing in supplies, I hope. Yep, good. Battling these merchant or liners a lot. Okay, amphibious light armor advanced. Very good. I think we're, well, we can do some more support tanks. I don't know if we're getting the Taiho group over here quick enough. Oh, looks like we... Okay, our reinforcements have showed up, because I know I did bring in reinforcements. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Repulsed Bay. Oh, wow. What's a good funeral dirge? And I'm not good at music. Sorry, people. For the Australian Navy, it looks like we just sunk it. Ha, yes. Alice Springs. There's a place in Australia called Alice Springs, I know. And Sydney Bay, Scrap Iron Flotilla. Okay. Oh, they took a bit of hit here, but I see. I did bring in already. They were already here as shore bombardment / close escort. They're obviously the landing force. It shot up a bit. I just had brought in these guys, the Soyu group under Yamato. These guys were heading there and haven't made it yet. They got older, slower ships, I think. But there, and we're also having the Shinano group coming in. I was sort of anticipating this thing, but looks like we won in time. So yes, okay, and this was looking to be fairly undefended, and yeah, you guys can split out. Let's get ready for round 2 with some better forces, because they try to flee out. Those are over the Red Sea, and the rest of the Australian Navy. Adelaide, Christmas Island, a bunch of other unnamed forces. Okay, so let's look at terrain types here. You guys get to come north and see if you can secure that. Okay, that's a good enough path. I guess you guys get to come into there. So we have landed in Australia successfully and basically sunk their fleet. Sunk the battleship. No, they didn't have any of those, but yeah, you know what I mean. You get the reference. Okay, we want the speedy. We want the reasonably good, the better. Also the better unit. I know we haven't sent any. Just trying to see if we can't get everybody on board. Okay. Just noticing, I didn't know if we had any ones with support armor, which makes us a little weaker. But I don't know if we're going to be facing much armor. We were also still doing this invasion over here. With just one division against the Samoa garrison. But we do have this group here providing offshore bombardment, and well, let's get you guys doing ground attack passive, so that do directly onto the lots of anti-aircraft. Okay, well, Ireland, no thank you, you're too far away over too many not so good seas. Okay. Yep, more destroyers now here, and another transport sunk. Okay, these guys are back here. We have been worried about supply and revolt risk combination elements. Okay, yeah, these guys are getting a little help from the fascist militia. These guys haven't. I've been trying forever to get them down into there. These guys are meant to sort of go with some of those airborne units, but as we were seeing, they won't fit, or they're not. Okay. Unload. Let's add everything over to here. You need a promotion. Okay, you need a promotion. Yeah, you're the bigger unit. You even have motorcycles with you. No, we still won't fit. Well, let's do air superiority over here. Well, it doesn't look like we're seeing anybody there, and yes, more of these Polish liners or something, whatever they are. Because as Nick, who is Jeff, is the seems to be the most two consistent posters for this series are Nick, who used to be Archie Bunker. Yeah, I remember that you changed over. And Jeff, who are the two commenters. Nick is the one that's been pushing for a North Africa affecting invasion as much as possible. He didn't even like this down here. Now he's thought, instead of doing all of this and just sort of coming in and holding somewhere here in Burma with these forces, to use that sort of mobile division and some of the other ones to go island hopping this way here, up with all that forces. And it's not a bad idea. He thinks that this is strategically useless. I disagree. I think a lot of this fuels British production, both directly in that they're, you know, here's an IC, but also, now, yep, they're not necessarily giving me anything because of various revolt risk elements and whatnot, but we're denying it to the enemy. And that is an element. But I just see India more as a strategic, to a point, a liability if I don't come in here. Oh, I should take this province. I know you're super slow, but start marching. But we do have a contiguous connection here now that Iran is, you know, occupied and in the same faction. So we have a contiguous connection here with the British North Africa thing. So yeah, it comes through Iraq and whatnot. And so they're seeing this, and I don't know exactly how the AI is viewing this, but so I'm thinking that we are going to come up to here. So it looks like we don't have an opposition to our landing in Iran. Okay. Advanced optics, advanced tank optics, I should say. Okay. Yeah, we could stop that. Yeah, we'll do that. And another ship taken out. Good. And we also have a lot of aircraft. Cool. So it looks like they... Oh, wow, look at all this stuff. They are up here. Okay, good to know. Quite honestly, I was thinking that was a light occupation force, but seeing that, there's at least an armor division up there. Let's look. So we're going to change that tasking. We're going to keep going that way. Okay, we can't get into there. Okay. And we do have those guys coming. And 2 CLs. So they're down to 1 division, border defense. Just took out the the battleship Provence. And armored car designs have advanced. We got a fair amount of armored car. So that's useful. Doing that because we want to get to radar guided missiles. We need to get to rocket engine 1, I think, at least to be able to do that. So we could do this, radar guided bombs. Okay, we'll do that. Well, we can take a quick look at what's going on here. I don't think the scripted invasion, Husky, the invasion of Sicily, will happen while the Italians hold here in North Africa. I don't know, because we can look here, that the Italians can hold North Africa no matter what we do, because of either supply issues. Can they supply these? Meaning, will the Allies just simply, now they've taken Malta, so that helps, but will the Allies just sink all their transports? Because that's what I think is happening here. Because we look here and just see there's like no supply here, and it even looks like they've given up pushing on the Germans. And the Germans, you know, have no supply in any of these units. So I think they're out of transports to transport supplies. Of course, that can happen with Italy. No matter what we do, we can't give them transport. So, and even if we're able to break through into here, if the U.S. sees this as enough U.S. territory and sends enough U.S. divisions into here, I don't know that we could stop, you know, even if we pour in all of our armor, that we can stop the Americans if they really come in hard. We can try to, and I agree with the idea of trying to distract the British so that they divide their forces, but that is a different matter. It looks like the Germans are going to be able to, because they're actually making some gains in here. I'll probably take that fairly soon. The Germans can hold versus the Soviets. So if it's just the Germans versus the Soviets, the Germans can hold, and I think more or less be a perpetuous combat. Now the question is if Husky doesn't fire, will D-Day fire automatically anyways? Because D-Day, in my opinion, would be the doom of Germany here. Not immediately, and not a series ender, but we can even see Germany is trying to get rid of the British landing here. That looks like it happened. So, yeah. On that note, we are trying to keep these shorter, though I was talking a lot, so I did let this go a little bit longer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you would, share it in some social media capabilities, or you know, you could print up flyers and, well, I'm not saying litter, but you could put them around, you know, walk around a parking lot and subscribe to Gamer or something. I don't know. I do need to get a better vanity URL, but so that could be something too. So yeah, and love to hear your comments. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.